Hey y'all. So come on up in here and let me tell y'all something. So I just got off the phone with a client. It was a Zoom call. And I want to tell you guys what the lady said to me. hmm So this particular client, at the end of our conversation, she said, and you ain't gonna believe it. She said, "Latana, thank you for taking my call. We look forward to working with you. You are so easy to work with." She said, "I was easy to work with." And I thought about it and I said, "I need to come on here and tell y'all, honey, that I'm easy to work with. And I want you to be easy to work with too." So, in this video, I'm going to give you guys some tips that are going to help you grow your business in 2025. And that's going to help you get more yeses than nos. Okay? Let me pop this candy. Make sure that we are on and all of that good stuff, all of those shenanigans. I've got some new glasses, so my eyes are getting adapted to them, y'all. hmm Okay, so we are live. Let me know as you come in where you're from and all that good stuff. hmm I just ate lunch, y'all, and so had to get something in my mouth to get that fishy smell out of it. So, what I want to talk to you guys about today is some money making tips that's going to help you boss up in your custom apparel business, right? So, as I was saying, I often do these video calls with my clients and I like to talk kind of face to face with them. And I started doing this during the time of COVID, where I started going online and having phone conversations with them through Zoom meetings, Google meetings, Messenger, what have you. It just makes um the conversation more personal, to where, like, when you're talking to somebody over a phone, it's a little bit different than talking through email. When you can actually see who you're talking to, you can kind of feel their vibe, get that expression, all that type of stuff, right? And so I like doing that now. So I've been taking a lot of Zoom calls and a lot of Google Meet calls. And as I'm talking to this lady, we get through talking and she says, "You are so easy to work with." Why does that matter? You have to be likable in business and you have to be easy to work with. And when I say easy to work with, I think what makes me easy to work with and what would make you easy to work with is when you're able to give options. I give options to my clients. Um, the days of the one price fits all is over. That's over, guys. People love flexibility, right? And if you want to keep your customers coming back, and increase your sales this year, offer pricing tiers that match different budgets. It's that simple. And you can't do it when you're on the phone last minute. You have to go ahead and pre plan that and kind of know, okay, well, this is what we can do for this. We offer this service and we can do this. And then we can step it up a little bit more. And then we can step it up a little bit more. I guarantee you, if you are able to be flexible and offer more options with your customers and just talk to them normal, like I'm talking to you, right? You have a budget option, right? That's just basic print, standard turnaround time, or just something basic that you can do where you can work within a budget of X amount of dollars, right? And then you have a mid-tier option, which gives them a little bit more. And then you have your VIP or your premium option, which is what we all want our clients to like and want, right? But sometimes people don't have that premium budget, but they still want to get something nice. So if you're able to offer them options, what happens is you get less no's and more yeses, because now you're catering to a wider variety of people. Me, 2025, I know y'all haven't seen me a lot. You're not going to see me a lot on YouTube this year, right? So when I get on here, it's going to be during the times that I have a little break and I really have something important to say to you guys, or if we're doing some type of project, I'm trying to work on things. This is the first quarter. I want to get you guys to where everybody's doing these six-figure classes, right? Six figures a year. We want to go past the boss print this year. And in order for me to take you past my six-figure boss print, we have to make more money. So, what we're working on now is six figures in the first quarter. This quarter is up when? Let me see. I do keep it up. April 1st. And today is March 5th. So, we're almost out of that first quarter, right? Set your goals high. This year, I set high goals, very, very high goals. And for me, y'all, I have learned that for me, what works best is for me to jump in and work and then jump out and do something different. I'm a creative person, and a lot of you guys are creative people, and you need different things to do. So, another tip for you guys is to diversify, right? By diversifying, you can bring in your different streams of income, and that works. So, like right now, I've been kind of on a downtime. You guys know I came out the gate, did my events, did some printing. We've got a print job we're going to run here shortly, and then I'm kind of focusing on some other businesses. So I have about four businesses that I'm really, really getting back to, and trying to really get back to this Lady Print Boss thing too at the same time, because I don't want to leave y'all out, right? um if you are not a paid member, I'm going to tell y'all, I am going to be doing classes and mainly doing stuff for paid members. We want to really, really kind of go in this year and kind of support those that are supporting me. So I am going to be doing some classes. I've had a lot of people reach out and say, "Hey, are you hosting a class? When is the class? Da 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 this, da 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 that." In-person classes, y'all, I'm not scheduling in-person classes this year. If you want, well, I am. We're gonna have Bosscation, right? We're gonna have Bosscation, but I'm trying to see what's going on with these planes, honey, because we're not jumping on the planes until the plane starts staying up in the air. So trying to figure all of that stuff out with Bosscation. October, I know that we're going to have something in October when Impression Show comes to Dallas. I am still offering private classes, right? I've had a couple of people call me about private classes and get upset because if you want to schedule a private class with me, you have to understand that when you schedule a private class, it doesn't mean that I can do a class tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I've got shit going on, right? If you want to be a boss, then you will have shit going on one day too. And so, with private classes, those are classes that are only scheduled when you call me and we sit down and figure out when I'm available and when you're available. Sorry, but that's the way that it has to be. Now, um, let's see here. So, I want to talk about why options work. Let's make this real quick. So, why does giving customers options work and versus just having that one set price of what everything is, right? So, I was talking to Ken just a second ago. We had bought some tires for our vehicle for the Escalade, and he had to go and get somebody to put the tires on the Escalade. So he talked to a couple of different places. Now, Ken went to one place that told him it would be $160 to put these tires on for four tires, right? And he was going to do it. But guess what? He got there and the guy was really rude. And so Ken decided he was going to go down the street and go to someone else. And he went to that someone else, and they were really rude. So he ended up going to somebody else. And guess what? He pulled up on a guy that was sitting there at a tire shop, and he ended up getting that whole job done for 60 bucks. Now, the reason I'm going to tell you guys this is not to go for the cheapest price, right? The first person that he pulled up to that was 160 bucks, he would have gotten the service However, the person was rude, right? Because we needed the service. We need the tires. Oh, I need the tires on the ramp. So when you're talking to your clients, right, or you meet a new client, it's all about perception and how you are perceived. I can get a job and price that job. Let's say I've got a job that maybe Joe Blow down the street may do that job for $1,000, and my price is $2,500. Now that's really high, like a big difference, right? So it's going to be kind of hard to get people to go with that. But let's say if it's, um, well, I just did a job that was mm, up there in price, and it was probably, let's say if the job is normally 5 grand and you charge 10 grand for it, it's about how bad a person needs it and how nice you are and how confident they are that you can get the freaking job done. Okay? Because sometimes people will just go with you because they know that you can get that job done. Hey, y'all, I see y'all out there coming. I'm just trying to get all of this stuff out, right? So it works because every customer is not the same, right? Some want the best. Some people want the best price. Some people are looking for the best service. And some people want the best experience, okay, overall. And so when you offer different levels, you can capture more customers. It's all about capturing more customers. And what we have to do in 2025, y'all, what was it? 2024, we started seeing a shift in how companies do business, right? We started seeing a shift in how companies do business, and we see that the waters are muddied. And when I say the waters are muddied, it used to be that if you offered retail screen printing, you offered retail screen printing. If this company was a wholesaler and that company um, sold heat press supplies, that's what they sold, right? And wholesalers, true wholesalers, you had to have a tax ID number in order to be a customer and fill out an application and all of that stuff. We see waters muddied. So, and what I mean by that is anyone, I've been in business 25 years, anyone can go out, call my wholesale distributor without a tax ID number. They'll give them the same price that they give me, right? Unless I have a rep that I work with. And I'm going to take that back because normally it will be the same price. But sometimes when you have a rep that you work with and you spend X amount of dollars a year, then you can start negotiating what it is that you're paying to get things done, to get jobs done. So when I say that you see the waters muddied, in some aspects, it's good for those that are coming into the business, but for those who have been in business a long time, that expect for wholesalers to be true wholesalers, it's a different experience for us, right? And so you have to really, now that you have a lot of people who've gotten into the game and a lot of people that are staying, but you also have a lot of businesses that have ruined the experience for clients. And when I say that, I mean you have people who have jumped into printing, don't know what the hell they're doing, and they've really fucked up some shit, okay? And so now you have your client that calls you and they're worried about if you can get the job done. So you're getting, sometimes y'all, I get questions asked of me that I'm like, are you serious? But people don't know what your printing process is or what your capabilities is. So I found myself saying, okay, don't get upset. Just take your time, take a little extra time and explain to them what screen printing is. Explain to them what DTF is. Explain to them why your DTF doesn't feel a certain way. And what a lot of times, and let me back up. So a lot of people call and they don't like DTF, okay? Um, and we try to push it for full color jobs. And a lot of times people are like, oh, I went to such and such place and I got that and I did not like it, right? I tell y'all, all DTF is not the same, just like all screen printing is not the same. You have to really know your clients, right? You have to know your clients, and you have to, when you getting to know your clients, you have to know their expectations and what they want. So for me, if I'm doing a really soft, nice, high premium style shirt, right? And I know that this customer really likes something nice and soft, then DTF may not be the way to go for them. I may want to offer them a soft hand screen print. And I think that for a lot of you guys who are printing at home, this is what I want to tell you guys. I was talking to somebody the other day and I told them, I said, hey, I stick to my old tried and true. A lot of these new companies are still kind of figuring out the process of how to do things. So I still stick to Coastal Business Supplies, Stalls. I use Stalls for, no one has better vinyl than Stalls. When it comes to their process of making patches and things like that, they're just unbeatable, as far as quality, right? I do know that sometimes Stalls has a little longer wait lists, or a time of getting things out and stuff like that. And I know what people say about the site not being so user friendly, but I see that they have been working on a lot of that stuff, but I still rock with them, right? Because I know that they're tried and true. And when it comes to, I look at a lot of the DTF that's going on, and I think that, hey, people have forgotten about screen print transfers, right? Screen print transfers are cheaper, they are softer, in my opinion, and they last longer when you are doing it correctly, right? Um, so think about those things, right? I want you guys to stop leaving money on the table. Don't leave any money on the table, and start offering more options and watch your business grow in 2025. And you may think, hey, I'm not leaving money on the table. All I want to do is this, right? But when you do not offer more options to your clients, then you are definitely leaving money on the table. Try it. Talk to a client that maybe calls you about getting some shirts done. I am a person that likes to ask about budget, okay? And if you don't feel comfortable asking, hey, what's your budget? You can say something like, um, so how much are you looking to, what, around what price range do you want to stay in, right? That's another way of asking a person what their budget is. And then you can offer them something within their price range. Or let's say they want a three-color job, but they only have X amount of dollars, right? I'll still give you the true price of the three-color job, because that ain't gonna change, right? We can do different things where we can offer you maybe a cheaper product to print it on, or there may be some kind of way that we can blend colors and make things work. Maybe green is in that color, and maybe we can use the shirt is green, and so we can use that green of the shirt, or we can use, if the shirt is black, we can use the black of the shirt as a color versus printing the black. There are types of options like that that we can work with. And then, although let's say a customer calls me and their budget is $800 for a project, and I price it out and I see that for what they're wanting it's about 1200 bucks, right? I'm going to then go in and give them another option of how we can do this as a one color job or a two color job. So, just some things to kind of keep in mind when you are out there, trying to, grow your business and work on dealing with customers. Like I said, we are about to go into the second quarter of 2025. The second quarter starts April 1st and runs through June 30th. Set your goals. If you have not set goals for the first quarter, set them for the second quarter. Like I said, y'all, I am 2025. I'm working less, making more money, doing what I want to do, and living the life that I want to live. right? That's what I'm getting back to. Now, let me jump on here and look at some of what you guys are saying over there. Hey, Miss Tampa, the crafty queen, baby, how you doing? Missing you too. Hey, Smurf, how you doing? Um, Dr. Phil Cunningham. Hello, off topic. I watched your video about fixing ink clogs. However, I think I damaged my print head. Do I have to buy another printer? My ET 2720 is not that old, about 2 years. Dr. Phil, I do not know what's going on with your print head because I don't have enough information. So I'm gathering that your print head is clogged and that I don't know what type of ink is in your print head. Um, if so, I'm just going to put it like this. If you are those eco solvent, if you're using the eco solvent inks, those damage your print head after so long, and sometimes you get those clogs and you just can't fix them. When it comes to if you're running like a sublimation ink or regular ink in your print head, you can normally fix that. The only time that you damage a print head is if you use something that's abrasive and then the print head, you notice that the print head is leaking. That can cause a damage. Then your print head is definitely damaged if it's leaking ink from up under it. If it's clogged, then it could be one or two things. It could be a head strike. So like when you put paper through, if you had a jam and it jammed up and maybe something, if you were using like the DTF film, the P what do you call it, guys? The PET film. The PET film will damage your print head. If it strikes up against it, you'll get a problem like that. If the print head is bad, you'll get a print head error. You'll get an error message that says that, hey, your print head is bad. Sometimes when you remove the print head, if you remove the print head and you get an error message, sometimes it's not that the print head is bad. It could be that those little prongs, when you pulled out the ribbon, there are some little gold or silver prongs. If those prongs are not put in correctly, it'll bend back and then you won't get a good connection. So hopefully those little things help you without me knowing exactly what is going on with your print head. Now, guys, so I have my goal for this year, I told you guys, is 500K. That's the goal for this year, 500K from home, which is like crazy. Having stuff like all over the house. I'm trying, but again, I want to stay at home working. I don't want to go out and rent a place. And maybe that's a topic for another video. I like being self employed, and I actually like running a small show. Small shows doing big things, right? I'm going to go ahead and get off of here unless anybody has any types of questions or anything like that. I actually have to send out a couple of emails to a couple of clients. We've got today, I got to tell you guys about the show. So I will be at the Graphics Pro Expo tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, from the 6th through the 8th is the show. Stan is doing a class on, I believe it's on the 6th. Go look up Graphics Pro Expo. If you are going to be at the expo, hey, I'd love to meet you. Shoot me an email, Latana Robertson at DallasT-shirts.com. I'm going to go out. I know that Mel is going to be there. I'm not sure who else will be there, but we always have a lot of fun out at the show. So if you want to talk boss, baby, that's where I will be. And y'all, Stan is doing a Beyond Six Figures class. I don't think it's a screen printing class. I think it's just a business marketing class or something like that. Don't get me wrong. Or, hey, because I don't know what he's going to be teaching, right? I just know that he's going to be in the house and that he's doing a class. I am so glad. With that being said, this will be the first event that I have attended in years where I will be able to just come in, walk around, see what purchases I want to make, or if I want to make any purchases. I was on the verge of tipping the scale to make a new purchase. However, after seeing this thing with these tariffs, I'm kind of holding my money. Y'all, here's the thing. In 2025, hold your dollars. Hold your dollars because you might need your coins. Okay. Hold your dollars. Make sure that you make very informed decisions if you decide to purchase new equipment. If you on anything that you buy, before you buy it, sleep on it. Think about it, research it again. Make sure that you are making the right purchases for your business and not for somebody else's business, not for Latana's business, because you've seen Latana buy We Create and she says she's going to take that to 100K. Don't buy it for that. Buy it for you because you're in this race against you and nobody else. Okay. Um, I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here and do my thing, y'all. And I will talk to you guys later. Tampa, give me a call. I hope you're doing okay. Hey, survival to strength. Talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.